you know, and like we're just on photo booth. Like if we fuck up 18 minutes in, I don't know how to edit. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I just have a personality and this like fucking fire drive. Like I have this fire drive to be like, is it out of anger, out of my breakup? Is it like just I don't know. I just had this fucking crazy hunger and like you know, super emotional, just super
relatable.
I hope so, but you know, I was running off straight passion, you know. Yeah, like everyone would kind of link there, and I actually didn't fuck with Tourani when I met him because it was just like super loud.
Yo, it's so funny. Those are the best relationships.
Yeah, I swear to God. And but he had every right to, because like it was the 2016 finals, and I pulled up with a Kyrie jersey on and a Curry hat. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm just an NBA slut. Like, that's it.
Name of Fibonacci.
And you'll have like long skits, like those are more long form a bit. You might have some 30-second ones just to like reel people in. But you know, a lot of people with podcasts, especially when you're new, like they only really give you like a minute or 2 minutes of a chance at the beginning of the episode, right?
Making it like maybe like 20 seconds.
So when you're like, hey, this is my podcast. These are all my cousins. Like, bro, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what value are you giving? And sometimes it's entertainment. Sometimes you made them laugh. Sometimes you made them hate. Whatever emotion you want to bring out of the skit, like, you know.
Okay. No. Challenge accepted.
That has been our episode, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Later.
I'm working with you guys, but what's good, guys? This is your boy Sima, your boy Ronto, your boy BlckkStar. We got a special guest here. Tell the people your name.
What's up? It's your boy Matt, aka Easy Money, aka Babyface Killer, aka Mr. Bar Your Girl. Give her back in 3 to 5 business days. Aka Mr. Not Nice. I already know.
What else?
Wait, slow down. Where you from? Tell the people where you're from. What podcast?
Yo, Bigger Dreams podcast. You already know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. How you guys? Yo, see the story again. How did you guys find us?
Okay. So let me backtrack. We were talking about this off camera, but how I found out about these guys was that around the time when we were doing our podcast and we just started, we're looking for guests. And Duke was one of them. So I was just doing my research on him, and I noticed that he was on your podcast. So I was watching the episode. I'm like, yo, these guys actually like have a good chemistry. You guys have some good jokes. Even like the list of your guests are guests that I actually kind of know. Like I've been around that scene and stuff. So I'm like, yo, we definitely need to get these guys on.
Yo, it's an honor, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, just tell the people about yourself and TT. Actually, we'll start off with why he isn't here. Where is he?
Yo, shout out TT one time. He's on tour in the Middle East. He's a big one, you know.
Yes, sir.
He's doing his thing. So, he's doing some management shit on that side. Shout out DJ Habibeats. And, he apologized. He couldn't make it, but, you know, he wants to come on, and he's waiting for you guys to come.
Okay. Yeah. We're definitely going to do a swap. You know, we're going to be on their pod soon and
Looking
also.
forward to that.
Yes, sir.
But I know you like to ask your questions, but I wanted to ask them before they started.
Go ahead.
So, what made you and TT start your podcast?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, bro, some guests have even like asked this, and like I answered it, and I never put it in our podcast. But I'm gonna give it to y'all.
Okay.
Cause it's like, you know, it feels cool now, and like, I've been holding it for a long time, and I was waiting for even like a massive moment. But it's like, yo, like I respect this platform. I love what you guys are building, and you guys, I see myself in you guys too. Like, you know, like I see the passion and the hunger. So I was like, yo, like, why not?
Appreciate it.
I actually got out of a long-term relationship. It was like 5-6 years, and I was off social media for a long time, maybe like 2-3 years. And like, yo, when that relationship ended, I kind of looked at myself and I'm like, holy fuck. Yo, my life got so small. I only know like 5 to 10 people. Yeah. And it was like in the pandemic too. So I was working from home, and that was getting to me.
Yo, it got to me so fast. Like 2 weeks in, I was stressed. I was like, I have to go outside and do something.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad.
Yeah, and like it's I I don't know. It's like I'm a social person. Like I'm a very.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm Arab. I don't know if it's because of the way I grew up. Like I don't know, but like I love people. I love connecting with people. I love like meeting people. That's who I am. And like I got in a relationship. I developed all these insecurities. I like, you know, like my world got so small. I didn't want to be on social media. I hated all the social media games and all the negative connotations that came with it. And and I just like, I was like, you know what? I don't want to share myself with like just one person no more, or like just like I want to share myself with as many people as possible. And like, you know, like for example, like being here, getting an opportunity to meet you guys.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this would have never happened if I didn't take a chance and say like, you know what? I'm gonna go and put myself out there, and if people connect with me, people connect with me. If they don't, fuck them. But like, you know, dealing with a podcast, like when you start it, like your first thing is like, yo, you're seeking acceptance. You're thinking in your head like, oh, who fucks with me? Who doesn't?
Yeah.
And like, oh, this person, I thought they would rock with it. They don't rock with it. You're like, oh, or like you thought this person would follow it because they're your boy. Like, nah, they're like,
you're trying to think
they
ahead
don't.
and see how people would react to you. You're overthinking it.
right? And then as you unfold, you start realizing it's like, oh, no. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nope.
Nobody actually gives a fuck.
No, sir.
And you put out good shit that resonates with people, the people that you thought would follow, they end up following it. Or maybe they don't. They see it from the distance. They see what you're doing. And just overcoming, you know, some of these like knots in our head that we create and we build, like it's not even real. Some of the, like it's very
doubts.
fear-based, you know? How you guys feel about that? Now that you guys have, you know,
Who wants to start?
28 episodes in. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It feels good that we didn't quit because we had so many chances to quit, so many reasons to quit.
Especially in the beginning. Yeah.
Exactly. So like, first it was a finding a space, equipment issues.
Camera.
Yeah, that was
camera.
tough. The equipment issues is fucked.
Man. And then you know, dealing with different schedules and stuff. It kinda got rocky,
It's hard to coordinate with everyone, right?
Yeah.
And you want to be somewhere, and it's like, how are we gonna move, or how are we gonna achieve our goals if I could only meet, or if we could only meet once every whatever.
Especially a podcast
Exactly.
with 4 main hosts.
Yeah. How do we get all of your personalities in there with the guests?
Yeah, and balance everything. So
I think the first couple episodes, it was just kind of like getting a flow, getting a routine, and just having everybody balance, like you said, personalities, right? And I think right now, 27, 28 episodes in, we kind of have a balance and we know how to capitalize and read each other, right? So yeah, that became beautiful. But like I feel like every episode is just a problem solving like day.
It is. It's a puzzle.
Like one day, like the computer's not working, it's not connecting to the mixer. One day we're missing something. One day we don't have like a piece of equipment. So it's just like, how do we figure out how to combat that? And then it's like we have good days, we have bad days. I don't know. It's just like I love the process and the journey that we are in because it ends up being beautiful when we get to the goal that we are like we're trying to achieve, right? Like once we get to that 1,000 subscribers, those sponsorships, those milestones that we all talk about, it's gonna feel so much lovely because we went through the trials and tribulations. So I'm excited. I'm not even gonna lie.
And that's another thing. Like, wow, we really appreciate everyone who's been rocking with us so far and understanding the message that we're trying to put out of maybe it gets better. Because you guys have been seeing like everything grow from such a low start.
Yep.
Yeah, man, you guys are lit. You guys are doing your thing. I think you guys are. What I love is like, at the end of the day, we're no different. At the end of the day, you're just trying things, seeing what sticks, seeing what doesn't stick, and like things get like, you know, I appreciate you, but you told me like you looked at our shit, you're like, damn, they got something going, right?
Yeah.
Like you could tell the quality is up. You could tell like there's more value per second like than maybe some of our older shit. You know what I mean? And and we're still trying to tweak. We're still trying to do stuff, but it's like, yo, like again, I'm in the same boat as you. I want 1,000 subscribers. I want these cool things. I want to get paid off this type shit and like all that stuff. But it's like, yo, like one thing I'm like really trying to not forget is like, yo, the journey's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
it's fun. It's fun.
Just like everything, even
I
like
appreciate it.
even the things that you say in your heads, your doubts, the good moments, like meeting new people, having people on your podcast that you thought would never be possible.
Yep.
Like shout out Claremont. I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
like you know,
Yeah.
like because that's one guest we have in common. Like yo, like I don't know when this is gonna release. It's probably gonna release before mine, but it's like yo, having Claremont on my podcast, I was just like, what?
And you know
Yeah,
the
it's a
beauty.
different vibe.
Yeah,
This guy's, and to me, he's a Toronto legend.
Yeah.
trust me.
You know what I
And
mean?
you know
He's
the
one of the
beauty
guys
about
in the
it?
city
He's
doing it.
very humble.
He's so humble.
Yeah, humble guy.
You know what I
man.
mean? And a lot of
Yeah.
guys who are in this space who are actually doing it at a high level, you know, when you sit down and chop it up with them, like they're actually just real. They're very like down to earth individuals.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It's almost
It's
shocking.
shocking. Yeah,
yeah,
facts.
because they're so talented. You think they have like a big ass ego.
They don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, if you look at his like Instagram, you think he's like this like high profile. I wouldn't say a high profile artist, but this upcoming artist, right? That has like kind of, I wouldn't say ego, but like his Instagram doesn't do his personality justice.
Yeah.
Because it's his Instagram is very professional. So you
Yeah.
obviously you think
Like like it's well put together and it gives you this image of him, and then when you meet him, you're just like, yo, this guy is like so down to
so
earth.
cool.
Yeah, complete opposite of
Yeah.
what you think. Yeah, it's cool. So when did you start the podcast?
Ooh. I believe it was 20. Oh, I'm gonna double check. I think it's 2022.
So this would be
it's
an
3
outlet
years
for
ago.
you.
It says 3 years ago, so I think that's 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, I just like I had this. Yeah, I was like, I got out of a 6-year relationship. I don't really know people. I feel like I lost touch with so many people. I'm in solitude. I also live in Stouffville, and that was new to me because I moved in the pandemic, like
Okay.
like right before the. So I grew up in Markham.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Scarborough. I grew up in Markham, and like right before the pandemic hit, I'm already like just finished university, so
Yeah.
I already have my own like life.
Yeah.
Like, I go even further like northeast, right?
my-
So
and
it's like
nothing
you
out
got
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Calm over
Yeah.
there.
I got neighbors who
Yeah.
say hi to strangers who say hi to
Yeah,
each other.
yeah.
Small town vibes is different,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So it's like I'm secluded from everyone. Like, thank God I have a fucking car.
Trust me.
You know,
Yo,
You know, if I didn't have a whip, yeah, nobody see
stressed.
me.
Yeah.
Ain't no podcast. I'm podcasting by myself, bro.
Trust me.
On
I don't
some,
even think they have liquor
academic
stores
shit,
out
bro.
there.
Some
Bad.
you know. But yeah. So I was like, I started getting really creative one night. I was depressed. I was just like, yo, like, I feel it in me. I gotta take a risk. I gotta do something. And I was like, what do I love? Like, stick to my strengths. I love music and basketball. Music and basketball. Music and basketball.
It's funny, before you finish what you're gonna say, that actually leads to a question that I wanted to ask. So why did you guys do the rebrand?
Okay, so I'll finish the story and then I'll answer the question.
Oh, okay.
So I love music. I love basketball. I love music. I love basketball. I call it music and hoop. I was gonna give a fuck. This is what's gonna start. Basketball and music go hand in hand together. They love each other. They have a good relationship.
Yeah.
Rappers want to be hoopers. Hoopers want to be rappers.
From the downtown.
Let's do it. You
Yeah.
know. Then we started, and then I got lost in the sauce. I'm talking like I was trying everything. I had a homie. Shout out Caputo. He did. I ended up having 2 podcasts, but they're just on Wonder Umbrella. One I was doing basketball, and then me and Tourani were doing music, and then Caputo, my boy Caputo, actually had a 2K channel, right?
Was he like a
And,
streamer or?
He was doing 2K, yeah. So he had 24K subs on it. So it was a different experience doing that. We're like at our peak, our videos were doing like 5,000 views.
Yeah.
And we're getting 100 comments on YouTube. So I'm seeing different traction. I'm seeing like that, but I'm also building with Tourani from a simple place. And I'm sure Tourani in his head, I can't speak for him, but he's just like, yo, I'm glad you're enjoying that side, but you better be focused on this shit that we're building. You know what I mean? Because this shit's just as important. I don't want you to get lost in that.
Yeah.
And then, his life changed, and then he didn't want to continue doing it. He,
Took a different path.
right? So thank God I kept this shit, because it was like, yo, I still love this shit. I don't want to be, I didn't want to be tied to that. So fast forward, me and Tourani, he was in the music management. We started recording off my MacBook Air. 2016 Mac. Again, this is 2021, 2022. I have a 2016 MacBook Air that we're recording off, and like we're just on photo booth. Like if we fuck up 18 minutes in, I don't know how to edit. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I just have a personality and this like fucking fire drive. Like I have this fire drive to be like, is it out of anger, out of my breakup? Is it like just, I don't know. I just had this fucking crazy hunger and like, super emotional, I don't know.
Relatable.
I hope so, but you know, I was running off straight passion, you know, and I didn't give a fuck. Yo, we went from the MacBook Pro. I spent all my money and just got the newest iPhone, so we could get 4K. It was the first iPhone with 4K. It was 13, the highest 13.
Yeah, bro, I still got the 12.
Hey, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
bro.
yo, you get it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I took a risk and I was like, yo, we gotta fucking do this. So like, very similar setup right now that we're doing. And then I got my boy to edit it, and then my other boy came in, Apu. Shout out Apu one time. He's in the music. He's at A&R. He's doing his thing. But yo, he's like, I want to join your podcast, but he didn't want to be in front of the camera. He's a little camera shy. And his voice in the background, like, it was fire. The way he was like steering the conversation, like
I had a mic too.
I remember watching your first couple episodes and just hearing it, and I'm like, it gives like a very comedic aspect to the video.
Yeah, yo, he was like really like adding, and I was like opposed to it.
The first time I heard it, threw me off. I was like, "Where's that coming from?"
That's like being in a real studio.
Yeah.
Studio.
It's cool.
Yeah,
You know what? Before, if you guys had subtitles for him, so like just in case somebody doesn't hear correctly, subtitles will just make it fire.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was, we weren't like
Thinking about that,
we weren't even like I wasn't even editing at this point. You know what I mean? Like it was just one of those things where, you know, we're trying to create a team, and then even the editor backed out because it's like, yo, he's just my homie. Shout out Googs, but he was just a homie. He just did it out of love, but he has his own life. He can't just like.
It's a commitment, bro.
Yeah, it was, and it was just like, yo, I didn't want people to give up on me. I really wanted to do this, but it's like scary because it's like I don't even know what I fully want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, I just went from basketball. That shit is done with. And I'm doing music and like, you know, my
All over the
opening
place.
trying to stay solid. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yo, we kept going with it. Yo, at first me and Tourani it was just me and him, and we were just doing our thing, and we refused to have a guest until we got our shit right. Until we got a proper camera.
Yeah.
Duke quality. Shout out Duke. Shout out Return of the Mac one time.
Shout out
Yo, we
Duke.
said, yo, we're not having a guest no matter how hard, no matter what, until we get the quality right. Yo,
It's just funny that you said that because like, what you went through is basically what we're going through, and some of the thought process that you had is what
is
like,
exactly what you guys
like we're
want.
literally going through the same process and same like mindset in terms of certain things. Like yo, for like the first couple episodes, we did not have any guests because we wanted to make sure our setup was good, the quality of our mics, everything was good before we had a guest. And our first guest, shout out to him, was Duke. Like he really
That's
said it.
that's how I noticed you guys. I was like, yo, what is this shit Duke's on? And then I started peeping y'all.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, you know, like Duke's. First of all, shout out Duke because like, bro, that guy's heart is so big. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he actually like
good.
is not selfish at all. Like he actually
At
like
all.
the way he like shares his platform, the way like he's not gatekeeping anything. He actually just like enjoys people putting people on. Like if he has a genuine connection with you, you know. Shout out to him.
I known him for a minute, and it's funny because when I met him, he came up to. I didn't even like. I know him through a friend, and how he came up to me was so funny because I'm like, I don't even know this guy, but this guy's like, yo, I seen your YouTube channel. This is when I had my own personal YouTube channel, right? I told this story on the pod before, but I'm gonna shorten it. So yeah, he came up to me. He's like, "Yo, yeah, I fuck with your stuff," and I'm like, "Yo, I didn't even know people are really watching my shit like that, right?" And then we just started chopping it up, and like, he's like, "Yo, we should do something," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then fast forward to us having this podcast. He's like, "Yo, why not? Let's be on it. Let's do a thing." Yeah, so that's when
That's what's up. Shout out
he
Duke.
came
Shout out
on
to
the
the
pod
man.
and stuff. Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
like being on his podcast and seeing the craft and how detailed he is with everything and how he controls the episode.
and it's just him by himself too.
Yeah. I think I mean that's what's different about him than ours. Like at the end of the day, like very similar to you guys, we have a shared vision, me and Tourani, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
I think what Duke's doing is like at the end of the day, I love it because it's like he hes destiny. Like you know what I mean? Like he controls the narrative. You know, he controls his own outcomes. Like he has a dope person. He has a dope person. Shout out London Rich, who like you know he definitely like supports him in a crazy way.
Yeah.
And that's like enough for him to be the guy. You know, and yeah, shout out to Duke. I just wanted to finish that story. So
Yeah, we got off track.
no, it's cool. So we actually struggled to get our first guest. Even when we recorded it, we dropped it, and there's still a problem with the audio. After we're releasing it, like half hour of releasing it, we realized the audio's. We had to scrap the whole episode, and that moment of embarrassment, that moment of shame, and we were taking L's for 6 months before that release date, and that was that embarrassing moment was a really another moment where I was like, yo, should we stop? Like, this is not for me. Like, fuck. Like, how many times did I try? Like, you know, like this is not for me.
Yeah.
How long
think
did
we
we
have a
take to
few-
drop our first video?
Bro, I think we still have a few embarrassing episodes.
Yeah.
We have like probably like 6 or 7 episodes
Yeah,
that's
it's
never
like-
seen
it's
the light of
taking
day.
us so long to like figure out the editing style too. We switched it up a lot,
I
but
think
we
it
just
took
trying
us,
to figure out
like,
the sauce and like what
2
people
months
really
or
like.
something, because we started in January.
I'll give you guys some
Yeah.
game off camera, but
Yeah.
no, it's tricky, it's hard, and so Toon Squad, it became Music and Hoop, but then it became Toon Squad.
Okay.
And that was my boy Apu, who was the guy in the background speaking.
Yeah.
He kind of coined that name, and we all kind of liked it. And you know, we got a logo, and it was all gravy. But then at one point, it was like, yo, this is kind of corny. Like, it fit a moment, but like, yo, as the podcast evolved, we got a couple guests. We changed as people. We're like, yo, we need something that represents us. We need something that like we can make a brand of that we could stand on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And then, yo, we were thinking about names and nothing was sticking. And like, I remember one time, we got really close to a name, and then yo, Tourani jumped on me in the studio. Like, he was so happy. And then we found out Rick Rubin has like named his podcast that same name.
My God.
So it's like we couldn't do that.
What was
you
the
know
name,
I
if you don't mind me asking?
mean? I'll search it.
Rick Rubin.
It was like let's see, Rick Rubin.
Man.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the point is, it was Rick Rubin. So you know, we we're sitting on it for months on end. And I'm driving one day, and I'm hearing "Immortal" by J. Cole. She wrote, "Small town, I got bigger dreams."
Okay.
Oh.
Click. Light bulb.
Because he says it a couple times in the chorus,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, bigger dreams.
Bigger dreams, bigger dreams.
This is it. This is it. I put my whole fucking life on the line for this shit. You know what I mean? I put my whole person. I told you guys, I knew fucking 10 people before I started this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm involved in my church community. I'm Coptic Orthodox, and that's maybe where a lot of people might know me from, or like growing up and shit. And it's like, yo, I don't know mans. I don't know nobody. I really like. I just like, yo.
To yourself.
I'm confident. You guys can see me. I'm like, I'm well spoken, but it's like I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
Tourani knows people. He's in the city. He's doing his thing. I don't know nobody. And Tourani was always like,
Question, how did you, sorry, actually no, continue. I don't want to interrupt you. I was going to ask you a question, but I'll let you say what you got to say.
yeah. So like, you know, I just had to like, at the end of the day, also Tourani, like, I think we're cool. Like, we have a yin yang type of vibe. Like, if he's the guy, he's the guy. I'm behind him. If I'm the guy, like, but it's just like, yo, he wants me to be the guy. He wants me to go through the, like, because he could tell, like, yo, this shit doesn't go without me. You know what I mean? Respectfully, like, I make the shit happen. Like, I'm the one who started the shit. I'm the one who took initiative. You know what I mean? I'm the one who does, the extra shit to make this pop. You know? So it's like, yeah, he just like always allowed me to be the guy. So it was like,
So my
step
question,
into the role.
yeah, step into the role. But my question is, how do you guys meet? Like, how do you?
oh,
know
that's
him? Yeah.
cool. That's a great question. We met at a shisha bar. yeah, that's such an Arab thing.
I know. Shout out to the Arabs.
Yeah. If it was Habibi's, it would be a real Toronto thing.
Oh,
but
man.
like, nah, it was this place in Markham that bubbled up. Fuck. It was called Cleopatra's. Shout out Cleopatra's. But yeah, like, well, everyone would kind of link there, and I actually didn't fuck with Tourani when I met him because it was just like super loud. And
Yo, it's so funny. Those are the best relationships. you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I swear to God. And but he had every right to, because like it was the 2016 finals, and I pulled up with a Kyrie jersey on and a Curry hat. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm just an NBA slut. Like, yeah, like, that's it. I'm a groupie. I love NBA. Like, I just love it. Like, and he just roasted me. I was like, yo, I don't even know you. Like, fuck this guy. He has this loud Arab voice too, and he like murked me. I was like, yo, fuck this guy. Like, yeah, like, hi, nice to meet you, but like, fuck this guy. Like, I'm not about this. But you know, that's just surface stuff. And then we got to know each other, and like, yo, he would always tell me too. It's like, he would always tell me like, yo, come join the music business. Come join the music business with me. I'm like, no, bro. I'm just like, I'm just a suburban kid, bro. Like, I'm just trying to get a degree, work an office job, and be regular.
Yeah.
And then I broke up, and then something changed in me. And then I was like, fine, he took me out, and he showed me a couple like artists, and he introduced me to a couple people, and I was like, yo, I want to be in the music business,
That's what I'm doing.
but I'm not sucking no artist's dick.
Yeah,
I'm not doing no
pause.
fucking
None of that.
bullshit for those
No
artists.
None of
diddy.
that.
You know what I mean? And respectfully, respect to all the jobs that
Yeah.
like they're needed. And but I was just like, I didn't want to be that. Like, how do I like connect with artists in a different way? And it was just like the platform started, and then like, we started by doing album reviews, and we were just chatting shit. Like, shout out Jacoy. Like, we did an album review for Jacoy. He saw it on YouTube. He liked it, and it was just like encouraging, and like we just had our own charisma. Fuck what we were talking about. Like.
Yeah.
People liked our skits. People liked our banter. People like our like brotherly love between each other. And then like, yeah, it's just like, how do we capitalize on this? How do we make this more professional? How do we do this in a bigger way? And it just like, as you guys are, you just levels. Just keep going.
So where do you see yourself in the next 2 years with everything?
Yeah, that's a cool question. I feel like the podcast is still new. At the end of the day, like if you see these podcasts that have a big following, like they have big teams behind them, and you're starting to notice as you guys are doing it, it's like, oh fuck, like there's literally like machines behind certain people. Like it's just like it's so easy to be successful if all you're worrying about is just someone else is pressing record to you and tell you perform. Like that's a whole different pressure than dealing with the marketing, the logo, the editing, the trailers, the guests, the court. But it's a lot. Like, and it's like, so it's like I don't have a team. Like, you got to be realistic, right? So it's like 2 years from now, I don't know. I just like I'm working day to day. I'm working week to week. I'm busting my ass to do whatever I can to like be in a space where my private life, my personal life, and all these things just move forward. Yeah. Sometimes the podcast takes priority, but sometimes certain things, like I told you guys off camera, bubbles up in my personal life, and it's like, I got to take care of that. I don't have a team behind me where I could just like,
So
kind of just keep
focus
going,
on the present.
Yeah, I'm very present, and like I care about the quality. I care about making it as big as possible. I care about making it relatable. Like you guys followed it. Of course, maybe you're inspired by your own journey, but it's like you fucked with the content. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Facts.
I wouldn't be here. So it's like, how do we like? I was big on quality. It's big on the money will come. Focus on the right things. Your shit sucks. Not you guys.
No.
I just have to admit, your shit sucks. It doesn't like. Because I've seen it. I've seen when something is authentically good, the algorithm will genuinely pick it up.
Yeah.
If it's fucking that, I've seen it. I used to think, my TikTok's bullshit. Nah, man. If your shit's hot, it'll go through.
Facts.
You just have to admit you don't understand the algorithm yet. You don't understand what's your niche, like what works for you guys. Like, I used to think people like love the guests more than us.
It's
It's
crazy that you said
swallow,
that.
Yeah.
And maybe this is why this conversation is unique to maybe your other guests.
Yeah.
Like, we're really connecting on the
Nah, they don't understand.
like you guys have
type shit.
men's who watch you guys, they fuck with you guys. Your guest is a plus.
Yeah.
And some people will do guests first, like Duke. Remember, I didn't know you guys, so I was like, Duke reeled me into you guys. You know what I mean? And sometimes and you want that. That's kind of why, on top of you want to network with them, but it's like, both are important.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think when we do guests, it's like, we try to,
No, continue.
No, I was gonna say when we do guests, I feel like it's what makes sense for us. Most of the guests, we all like one of us knows them, and like they have something unique to bring to the table, which like makes us be like, okay, like we need this person. Like you, for instance, there's just like a person I'm like, you add TT. I'm so mad that he's not here. I'm so
shout out TT
mad.
one time.
I feel like your dynamic would definitely make
y'all.
this better, but you being here is
love,
good.
big love.
Yeah,
But
more than enough.
It's just having certain guests come and just bring their energy. Like we love and appreciate that, because it's like,
And I want to shout out to one of our guests that brought us like to the highest levels that we have so far.
Yeah, like in
is
terms of
Sam
views and
and
stuff.
Sarah.
Yeah,
Those two, their dynamic together was just amazing.
yeah. The energy was crazy.
Man, it was so much fun having them.
Shout out to them.
That's what's up.
How do you feel about the Drake lawsuit?
Man, we're going there.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
going
Drake
straight to
suing.
it.
What's the
The situation?
yeah,
So
the
basically,
label? What's the label?
he's
It's
trying to
UNG.
sue UNG He's trying to sue them, saying that they use bots and stuff to promote, not like us.
Kendrick's.
Do you think they did
Yes,
use
yeah.
bots?
I think it's a normal, like, again, before we get started in this topic, I want to say, a lot of people, this is a hot conversation, and I think we have to be very careful because it's like, you know,
Yeah.
this is one of those things where your brand and my brand, like, you know, it could tarnish both our brands down the line.
Saying
you know?
the wrong thing, yo.
Well, fuck it, we ball.
I do understand that it's a common thing in the industry to use bots. Like at the end of the day, a lot of these artists aren't actually as big as they are. A lot of these labels use bots to make them appear a certain way so that they could sell. And again, you know, reiterating kind of like what everyone else is saying, like he's doing it for himself at the end of the day. Like it helps himself cut a bigger deal because he's getting underpaid. Maybe people see $500 million, $1 billion. This guy gives the label makes so much money off Drake, and what they give him in comparison to what they
actually make is ridiculous.
You know what I mean? And that's so. Is it a play on him negotiating his own deal? Sure. Is it like, you know? Is it actually like, are people? That's the whole thing. Are
I never
people
thought about it like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everyone's thinking this is against Kendrick. It's not.
It's a good cover.
It honestly,
Take a look
it's a law. Like I've been following the case kind of closely, and like the situation is so. I think for me, it's so badly timed because the media is gonna pick it up and say he's suing Kendrick, but in actuality, he's suing his label. And we all, well, if you're smart, you know that, right?
Yeah.
But then it gets deeper than that. You think, yo, he's suing his label. Why is he suing his label? They're undercutting him, bro. The label looks at the deal that they're trying to go with Drake as, okay, we can make 2x, but with another artist, we can make maybe 10x. And Drake's looking at it like, yo, I have the highest numbers out of all these niggas, all these guys that are making music. And this is what I want, this is what I deserve, this is what my catalog is. And I'm still the biggest artist, literally a rap artist. This guy's damn near a pop artist at this point with his numbers and stuff. I think there was like an article saying that like, his old catalog is probably worth more than like the 90. I think it's the 80s,
a couple
90s,
decades.
70s. Yeah, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But I think the timing of the deal, the negotiation with the beef, it just makes Drake look so bad. It's like a misstep.
But it's like a two birds, one stone type situation. It look like.
Yeah,
So
but
I think it's
like,
all strategy though, because if you think about it, like
do you think he's gonna win it though?
at the end of the day, you have like Drake plays chess, and he's like the type of guy that's undefeated. You know what I mean? So I don't think.
I love Drake. Hey, I don't want nobody thinking I'm not a Drake fan, but bro, he lost to Pusha T and he lost to Kendrick. Yeah, you could play chess, but it's like everybody loses.
He's dominant. Like he's got that Michael Jordan dominance. You know what I mean in this sport. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't think he does something
Without it
like
making sense?
for example, like from a surface level, it's very clear. You could just see like, oh, Kendrick won this rap beef. You know what I mean? Like you want to talk about Not Like Us, cultural impact, all these things. Like, so when he does something like that, he's not admitting loss. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He's not like putting his hands up saying, oh, like you really think that guy, Drake, one of the biggest artists in the world, is gonna be like, hey, this is not fair. You guys cheated. Nah, this is not that, bro. Fuck all that, bro.
I don't think it's that, but like
Yeah.
it's just to everybody, to the media, it looks like that. It's poor timing.
It looks like
But
that.
I feel like he's like, yo, if I'm not gonna get the fame, I'm gonna get mine.
You get
I'm
the
gonna
money
my
out of
money.
it, yeah. But isn't he like? So after that, he's doing like the World Cup or something.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not doing the Super Bowl because I heard he got a bunch of offers for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he's been turning them down for years. So now, like, apparently he's doing the World Cup, and it's like what,
He's been waiting for his
9
transfers.
billion or something like that.
I heard also that no one's ever performed at a halftime of a World Cup. So
wow,
this is-
that's legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
If you
I
think
never
about
heard
it,
of
no one's
anyone
ever
doing
actually.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
Whoa, that's legendary.
Nah,
So
I'll put him on a different level.
So that's what I'm
That's like
saying. Like,
S-tier level
you
stuff.
can't say anyone really lost because like all this stuff is coming after the fact.
Yeah, but
You
like
know
he
what I'm saying?
like the thing is culturally he doesn't look as dominant. Like I think that's the whole argument with Drake right now. Does the
Especially
culture
after
still fuck with him?
You seen the XQC podcast that he was on?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of was a moment that made him look weak because of the way he reacted to like the Weeknd being played and then Kendrick's song.
I think that was a joke though. I think they were like
the
trying to. I
Weeknd
think
part
they're
was
trying
a joke,
Yeah.
but then he stepped out of the podcast after Kendrick's song got played.
I didn't even listen to the whole thing.
Nah, because it's like it comes to a point like I'm on your podcast, like I understand the okay 1-2 times, all right, it's a joke, hee hee ha ha,
Yeah.
but like third, fourth time, it's like okay, now you're pushing
XQC, I
it.
feel like he was messing with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he was
now you're
just
pushing.
trolling.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
you're pushing it. I'm about to go.
But then people are saying like Drake really played into Kendrick's like lyrics because he's doing exactly what Kendrick said he would do.
Said
He's
he
not
would do.
really for the people. He goes on to this podcast with someone who's not part of the culture in that way.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what people
tricky.
say.
It's tricky. At the end of the day, I like I'm a fan of Kendrick's music, and I'm a fan of Drake's music.
Yeah.
We're on the sick side, so we
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah,
careful how we
yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
That's really how
Nah, I
it is.
fuck
Yeah,
with
shout
Drake
out Drake,
still.
yeah.
I just feel like it's hard to be objective in a situation, especially if you fuck with both artists. Because I love Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City. That's like one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, but
I still love.
we're on this side, bro. You
Yeah.
gotta be
Listen,
careful,
no, but
bro.
listen, bro.
We're not
I
dissing
listen.
Drake. We just
Nah,
want the
like,
old Drake.
I feel like
back.
you can like
We need his
Kendrick and
swagger
like
back.
Drake. Just don't dick ride Kendrick.
You know what? In my opinion, it's crazy. Like, I'll actually disagree with you, because I think, you guys are a Toronto podcast,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You own that territory. You have to respect it.
You have to
Like,
stand on it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to even speak about Kendrick. I don't care how much I like him, but it's just like out of respect. Like, this is the territory. Like, when people think Bigger Dreams, they think a Toronto podcast. You know what I mean? And if I don't fuck with that and I stand on it, then I don't fuck with Drake. I don't fuck with the OVO brand and stand on it. Then sure, but that's not the case.
It's not.
You know what I mean?
It's
So I
not.
have to respect it, no matter how much I like Kendrick's music, no matter how much GNX was fucking fire. I can't speak on it because it's like, out of respect for this side, for
You gotta leave it
the
alone.
city that you
Yeah.
repped. If you even fuck with Drake's music a little bit, you gotta kind of,
Yeah.
you know?
I like to be the middleman. I like to play devil's advocate sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just be the person to like one thing, but also point out that this person's not always inherently good with the content and the quality of what they're putting out. You know what I mean? Like I could like Drake and be like, the last project wasn't my favorite. You know what I mean? Like I feel like liking somebody but still having a strong opinion and criticism about their music is important.
Yeah.
And I do agree with, repping the side that you're from. Like, like we're from Toronto, Drake. And one of my homies, shout out to him. He hit me up. He's like, Drake's done so much for the city. He put so much people on. And I'm like, I hear that, but it's just like, he lost. He lost the rap beef. He did his thing, but it's like, bro, it's like, you have to face the facts.
It's just a battle, yo. The war is still going, so like it's not even a thing. Like
There was an NBA player who came out. Who was it? I think, was it Patrick Beverly? It was someone. They came out. They're like, I can't speak on this rap beef. I have a relationship with Drake.
Bro,
You know what I
Facts.
mean?
I don't
can't
know
speak on
Drake, so I
this.
can say whatever the fuck I want.
But you get what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like I'm just saying, I'm comparing it because like this person's not from Toronto, but it's like,
Yeah.
he's like, when Not Like Us is on, this NBA player's like, turn that shit off. I don't even want to hear it. I have a relationship with this dude.
yeah.
No, I feel you because if I knew Drake personally and that was my homie, fam,
Yeah,
everybody's
we're not-
gonna look
can't
at
run
me
that.
and be like, how you his homie? You're saying this. I would not say nothing about Drake, but as a podcaster, as a person that has a voice, like, bro, like,
Valid.
I appreciate your music. I fuck with your music, but this is the facts of the matter, and this is what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect everything that Drake's done. He's the GOAT, low key. Like, I listen to his music.
I don't think that anything of this rap battle
Fam.
says anything about his
Nah,
career.
his
like,
career
nothing.
is immaculate.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro, let's not get too deep. I'm not trying to get into a whole Drake and Kendrick rap.
Hey, we could talk about the Mafia.
Yeah, the street.
Mafia
Yeah.
thon?
Okay.
Big ups to Kai Cenat reaching, what was it, 700,000?
700,000, yeah.
Subs
Yeah,
through
that's
the whole.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about streaming?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I just had a crazy idea right now. I was gonna just like live. I was gonna just go on IG live stream right now.
Yeah, that'd actually be lit.
Yeah, I'm
Still.
gonna do
You
it.
can go ahead,
I'm
go
gonna do it.
ahead.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Mafia-thon?
Nah,
maybe
that
it
was
gets
crazy.
better. Well, maybe it gets better. Original, exclusive, IG live. This is the first. Shout out to our guest, Matt. This is. I don't think any guest has came on and did a IG live mid segment. This is actually a crazy store.
But yeah,
We're listening.
he had the Asian kid Ray.
Shout out to
Kevin
Ray.
Hart.
That guy is
He's
funny, bro.
hilarious. Kevin Hart, Drewski and them came back.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
Nah, did you see the trailer for the Thanksgiving trailer they did?
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
Drewski.
I said
They
nah,
had
that
Kyrie on that John too.
kid- Yeah, Kyrie. They had
snapping. Like, I
like-
love that. Like Kai's him, man.
like, and he's doing so much new stuff that no one has ever done. So it's
Nah,
like
for
it's
real.
cool to see. Like,
And I
shout out
think
to him.
he's 22.
And he's
Super tough.
making big moves.
Bro, he's doing a bunch of stuff that a lot of us wish we could do.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
at such a young age. Like I remember when he came to New York and did that whole like giveaway, bro.
Yeah,
The-
shut down the
all-
city. Literally
Nah,
shut down the
the
city.
man- I think he got like a racketeering charge or something. No, it wasn't.
No,
what was the
like
charge that he
rioting,
got?
like
Rioting.
rioting,
What am I saying?
yeah.
Racketeering.
Yeah.
City,
Nah, that's
was,
tough.
City was upset with him for real.
Yeah, nah, he was doing
Do
his
you want to
thing.
put it near the? Yeah, so you can see everyone.
But
Yeah. If you don't mind, yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Our first live stream on Instagram.
what?
Yeah, so you get both. I like that.
That works.
You put it sideways. Bare echoes. Yo, turn my phone on. Oh boy. Now we gotta get this on the video store. Well,
Yeah, but yo, speaking of Kai, it's just like, you know what's crazy? I saw a tweet. It's like, yo, well, this guy has like infinite social battery. You know what I mean?
Bro, I
Like,
seen that too.
Yeah,
I'm
like, you know what I mean? Like, men's are watching him sleep, man. Men's are watching him wake up, like, you know, go through his like routines. Like, he has
Yeah.
no personal life.
yo,
He's
wrong.
doing this to build a school in Africa. So
Do you guys want to live stream and like grow in that space?
yeah.
That's something we're
Yeah,
thinking about our
eventually.
podcast for the
Yeah.
we've been talking about doing more live streams and stuff. Like, what I really want to do is like a live event though.
I'm definitely gonna
Ooh.
do it for my
Yeah,
gaming
that's a
channel.
bucket list.
Live streaming. I'm gonna live stream way more
Yeah.
starting next week.
Next
Check
week?
me out.
All
Yeah.
right,
Shout
we're
out to
gonna make
our
it work.
2 viewers. Is that 2, 3? No, 2 viewers. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they're rolling. As long as you stay on, bro, more people roll in, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, slow
feel
and
me?
steady.
What's the next question?
Oh, did you guys hear about the so this lady?
Yo,
Her.
hey,
Okay,
what
so
did Duke say in the comment section?
do it. That's like crazy nightmares.
Shut up, dude.
Yo, shout out Duke.
But yeah, this lady. Okay, so she threw out her ex-boyfriend's Bitcoin wallet, and it had like 70 mil or something on it worth of Bitcoin. Like, what are you doing in that situation?
Kill a bitch.
No, I'm fighting
Is
this.
that
though.
instant
Nah.
divorce?
They already broke up. Like, I think she was just like cleaning up, and then she just kind of like just tossed it by accident. type
Can you
thing.
even call? Can you call the police or like
Do what?
Get the
Yeah, that's what I'm
lawyers.
trying to see. Like, yeah, we'd have to sue
Super
her and
fresh
still.
I
Yeah,
think they
just get
started.
it.
They followed.
Yo, the thing
truck.
is, listen, I'm gonna say something.
Craziness.
As a guy, you have to be very fucking careful. I think a lot of guys don't understand. Like when you're dealing with a woman, the law is against you.
Yeah, every
You know what
time.
I mean? People don't get it. You know what I mean? You have to be very fucking careful how you maneuver.
Yeah.
Don't cancel us. Don't cancel us.
That's
Nah,
like what happened with what's my boy who's in Marvel?
Oh, what's his
Jonathan
name again?
Majors?
Yeah,
Jonathan
Jonathan Majors. Yeah.
Yeah.
That case got dropped. Marvel needs to apologize.
Nah, facts. They need to
need
issue
to
a
get him
statement.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he lost what, like almost damn near 100 mil.
Yes.
They have to redo
That's
the Marvel
crazy.
universe for
We
that.
lost such a big story. I want Kang.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror. Yeah.
After the Loki series, I need to see Kang.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Facts.
Nah,
But
70
we need to
mil though.
we need to
That's-
ask one of our riddles. Our deep questions.
I got you. Okay. If you had to be stuck at an age for 10 years, what age would it be and why?
For 10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This might sound crazy, but I would say like 17, 18. My dick was swinging different.
Yo, pause.
Bro, I was a
I
horse.
said
Yeah.
swing
My dick
low.
was swinging different.
Oh,
bro. My
that's
wrist
what
was
was popping.
different.
I said let my dick
sex
hang
appeal
low.
was
Does it wobble to the
top-notch,
floor?
bro.
Does it tie hit the
Hey,
dot?
man, I was a guy,
to
bro.
the floor.
I'm still a guy, but like,
Yeah.
yo, back then the baby face, I was a real baby face. kid back then. No
Pulling
facial
them
hair.
in. What?
Yeah, you know. Like,
Yeah.
17, 18.
That was a good
Okay, you have
time.
to stay that for 10 years though. You're good with that?
Yeah, man, that was a fucking time, bro.
Okay.
That was a time.
Yeah.
That was a time.
I would agree with you with like 18
Yeah?
still. 18, 19, yeah.
Because the
I
thing
was
too is you still have your youth, you know, and like I don't know, yeah, like once you start hitting 21, 22, you start feeling your body's different.
Yeah,
you know?
it switches
You're
up.
getting bust earlier.
Yo,
you
after
know?
25, you're like,
Yeah,
whoa,
man.
You're walking different.
Status.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bro, I hate that term onk. Because people say, I'm starting to get called onk now, and I'm like, bro, I'm still young. I'm still kicking. Man's like, yo, you're onk, bro.
Man, I'm staying 22. If I'm staying for 10 years, because also we
Jeez.
go across country a lot. So going to the States, if I'm not legal to drink,
Where you
Oh,
going?
that
to
is true.
we've been to Nevada, North Carolina. We've been all over the States. We did a road trip.
Without me.
That's your fault.
Yo, before you ask me your question, how I wanna throw it back to you guys. Like, how do
Yeah.
you feel about your pod? Like, talk to me.
How you feel about the pod?
Yeah, man. Like, as much as this is about me, I appreciate y'all. But
Yeah.
like, yo, this is a very like podcast connection. Like, this is about your journey. You know, like leading up to today. Like, how you guys feel? Like, how are you different from when you started?
Whoa, that's a great question. We're actually very different because we started off where we started. Deluxe's basement.
Around the pool
Nice.
table.
Out at the
Yep.
pool table.
You know when I met him, you guys didn't have a podcast yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah.
Shout out to Deluxe. Unfortunately, you couldn't be here.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him. Bro.
Yeah,
he's a good dude, bro.
yeah.
He's doing great things for the community.
Facts.
I feel like that needs to get highlighted more.
He's
Oh, yeah.
all about it.
Oh, yeah.
How did you even meet him, anyways? I've been wanting to ask that.
I went to an event for TC Spades. Shout out to him. I was doing it for TC. Like
I'm actually trying to get him.
workshop.
I'm actually trying to get him on the pod.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a great guest when he comes on. He was a guest on my podcast, and like I met him there, and like it was just me, him, and this lady named Amy. She does poetry, and because it was like such a small workshop, like we really got to connect. We chopped it up about ball, music. He asked me questions about the pod, and it's like watching him build this with you guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
like I could see it. Like he's in the community. I could see what value he brings to you guys. Like you know, like he's just like. I like him in a public space, man. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
He's a guy.
Yeah, for sure. He's doing his thing. Shout out Deluxe, yo.
Yep.
Happy belated.
Oh, yeah, Deluxe
There you
birthday the other day.
Yeah, we need to drop the content for that.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah. But there's a lot of changes slowly but surely. The biggest thing is the equipment coming in.
No. I'm speaking about you.
Oh, me.
Tell me about each.
Oh, like
individually.
okay,
How
like
did
like
you-
how I
Whose
feel.
episode is this? Ours or yours?
Man,
Both of ours.
just-
Nah, I'm talking shit.
I feel
How did
Yeah.
you change?
how do I
How are you
change
different?
personally? Oh man, I'm talking way more like
Okay, you're
I'm
more
way
confident.
way more open.
You
to
know
talking
yourself
to people.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like I knew myself before, but like in a different light now. You know, where
You're
it's like,
recording different.
yeah,
You're
like,
performing different.
Exactly. Like
Okay.
even like
He's a guy. He's a
like,
guy.
He's a
you know,
guy,
I was
okay.
talking before, and then like I was speaking in a low tone, and now I'm more like uplifting with it. So it's it's slowly changing. Still, I'm
Your
noticing.
true self is coming out
yeah,
more and
yeah,
more.
yeah.
The
about
character
you?
is forming. Man, I felt like in the beginning it was just a lot of feeling lost about like how we want to direct our podcast, and like now we're stuck on the path.
No,
and
I'm
we're
speaking about
ready to
you.
go.
How did you change?
Yeah, no, for me, like I like being on the path instead of being lost before. I feel like I've locked.
So you found
in.
a sense of purpose.
Yeah, I feel like I've
Because
locked in.
once you
with
start
everything.
figuring it out, like your purpose started aligning.
And like I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to take over whenever bro's not here. I could take over the questions anytime. Have fun with the podcast like that.
What were you like before the podcast, and like what are you now?
He was quiet.
Very quiet. Some people still may say so,
you
but
feel
I
like
don't
you're
think
more
so.
outgoing. You feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you
feel like
feel like you
I'm
become more like. Were you
talkative.
introverted before?
Yes, very much.
Because I don't feel you're introverted when I'm like sitting in this room.
No, appreciate
No,
it.
Yeah.
And then it's another thing of the age gap because unks want to talk to me and be like,
Well,
yo, you're a young buck. But it
You're
is
the
what it
youngest
is.
in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being 22, I'm youngest, and before I had an issue with it, especially when David wants to mention it a lot.
Bro, I stopped doing that.
But it is what it is, yo. I let people know, yeah, I'm the youngest here.
Yeah.
Might be the best here.
Wow.
But now we all
Wow.
here.
Talk your shit.
Wow.
Talk your shit.
We'll leave that alone for
I'm
now.
gonna let him talk his shit still.
Alright,
bare
yo,
shit.
you're the last one.
I'm the last one, the man of the day.
Wow.
How I feel about everything? I mean,
No,
like,
how did you change?
how did I change? I mean, like I've always done content. Like I've
Yeah,
always
but
done.
who were you before the podcast, and how are you different?
I don't know. I feel like it's a loaded question because I feel like I've always been a very outgoing, media oriented
Okay, let me answer
person.
for you and tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see what your answer is.
I feel like you were very like me before the pod. And now you're like, you know what? I've been me. And I've done things in that space. I wanna do something team oriented, even if it means slowing it down, even if it means not going at my pace.
That is so scary.
So I have a question. Do y'all,
That's terrifying.
Do y'all agree with him?
Yes, I could 100% agree with him.
I was thinking of self-centered.
Not even that, like, but it's like you only had you to focus on.
Yeah.
So now there's more people.
I agree to some degree because like I feel like I'm in a more of a background role where I'm trying to make sure everything runs correctly, and I do enjoy that. I think like honestly overall with the pod, like I like being behind the scenes.
But that's what I'm saying. It was all just you, and now you're thinking different. It's like, yeah, it's me, but it's like I also think about everyone beside me, and I used to never think that way, and I didn't get so far on my own.
I was reading my mind inside.
It's true, yo. Sometimes it sucks, man. Sometimes you want to be somewhere, but it's like, no, I'm waiting for everyone on the team to be so we move together. It's more important to move together than move fast in the direction that we're supposed to go.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that to some degree.
Because you were going on your own, that clearly took priority for you.
Yeah.
Again, I could be wrong. I'm just saying, like,
no, to some to some degree, you are right. I feel like I've learned how to develop a more of like a manager producer role where I focus more on everybody else over myself. Because you are right, like it's always just been me with creating content, me trying to focus on my platform, but took a seat back and I'm like, all right, let's develop these guys. Let's try to get this podcast going and work with these guys,
bro, this
right?
is family, bro.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like you said, it's family, but actually there's no buts. Yeah, like I just feel like that is what it really is. You know what I mean? I do love coming here and like actually like talking to new people, getting new perspectives, seeing their personalities, and
this is your fucking
growth.
Shit, bro.
Yeah,
this is your shit.
We've come far thanks to David, seeing as how like his people skills and the amount of people he's gone to know just to bring onto the pod. It's different. I didn't even expect this. This guy's my own cousin. I didn't even know he knows so many people.
Yeah, man. And like sometimes it's not even he knows people. He's just trying, bro. You never before you just weren't trying because you didn't have something, but now you have something to your name. You have endeavors. You want people on your. You're building something. So it's like you're reaching out to people. You're doing different things.
Let me tell everybody a secret that like I don't think people would realize, but I'm not actually like an introverted person. I actually don't like. I don't really socialize. I never used to be that kid to talk to new people. Like talking to new people used to make me very anxious. But now, like I grown into myself, and I learned that like, you can't stay that way.
Bro, you love this shit, bro. Just think about that. You're an introvert, and you're willing to sacrifice that for the greater good of the team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like. I love that you guys are putting like a light on bigger dreams, but like shout out to y'all, like look how much you've changed because of this podcast. Like you didn't even used to reach out to people, you never used to do stuff like that. Now you're actually like you're building relationships, you're checking up on people. Facts. You value your guests. You value every person who's come on here. You know what I mean?
And I've noticed, like, I'm even, like, proud to promote the page now. Before it was more like, if they see it, they see it. But now I'm like, nah, you have to see it.
You have to be in everybody's face with it. Yeah. But let's shift the focus. How's your mental health? Because we ask all our guests this. We always talk about this. And I think it's an important thing to highlight. And this is the focus of our podcast. Because it's maybe it gets better. But we got that name from... mental health. It was originally, and it still is, a mental health podcast.
That's cool. I love that. We have, again, my podcast was created from a bad mental health state. So it's like, I like totally like, I'm all for this topic. I love speaking about the truth about this topic. I'm not an expert. I don't have therapy. I listen to people who have had therapy who come on my show, but it's like at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure it out like y'all. I'm just like a suburban kid. I got OSAP like everybody else. I can't. I don't know if it's free. I don't know how to fuck. I'm so caught up in my own bullshit. I don't even know how to get free therapy. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? And people offer me. I'm no different from anybody, any other kid in the GTA, like just figuring it out. So it's like, You know, I would say that like lately I felt like my mental health has been very dependent on situation. You ever feel that you're so confident in life, and then you're like, yo, all it takes is like something happen, a family member, and or like, yo, it's
so
like it's so
crazy.
fragile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the situation dependent. What if I lost my job? What if I lost my car? What if I lost my house? What if I lost a family member? What if something bad happened to me and then everything shifts overnight? Because you hear that. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen like
a couple times.
someone commits suicide in your family as an example in the pandemic as an example. It's like, yo, your life changed overnight. You'll never be the same person, you know?
Yeah.
So I see that to say, like, I started realizing because this truth that my mental health is fluctuating based on my life situation and what's going on in my life, it's like, I need consistency. So I said, you know what? I can't rely on situation because I'm going to get fucked by that. Not yet. God, you know what I mean?
Down the line. Yeah.
Thank God, but it's like, yeah, it's gonna. It eventually. It's human, right? Nah, you're good.
Ooh, I'm going. The Lakers ain't.
I'm going
ain't-
Lakers.
You going Lakers?
Yeah. Wolves are looking shitty right now. Fuck the Wolves.
They're both looking shitty. So
I'm
I'm trying
not
to see
fucking with
who's
them
looking
without Cat.
shittier.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry, I'm laughing because we shifted from talking to
Yeah,
you about
nah,
the
nah.
comment, but
I'm-
sorry,
I'll go
continue what you're
Lakers.
saying.
I'll go Lakers. I'll go Lakers. I'll go Lakers.
So I say that to say, yo, like my life changed. Like my mental health was very dependent on my life situation. So
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That's inconsistent because if bad things are happening in my life or I perceive it that way, then it's in a bad state. And then it's fluctuating too much. So I was like, you know what? I haven't really tapped into God as an adult. Or maybe I have, but just like not enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I go to church to hoop. That's it. It's a kind of a fucked up thing, but it's just real. I just pull up to church. But you know what? I met so many cool Christian kids at church, and I see God through them. You know, shout out to the guys at SMSV. Like I genuinely see God through them. Really cool kids, and like they're younger than me. A lot of people, I'm like almost 30, so a lot of people my age is like stop hooping. So I try to hoop with people 24, 25, just out of college, and like, yeah, like you know what? I just started coming as hoop, and then I was like, nah, yo, I see the community. I could see my role being bigger, and like that has played a bigger role in my mental health because it's like, you know what? Regardless of what's going on in my life, like it's like. When you put God first, I feel like it's not all the answers. I still think therapy, you still need to learn coping mechanisms and things like that.
But it gives you a sense of purpose, guidance, and like
yeah,
to some degree.
it's some consistency.
Yeah.
Because like, yo, like one thing I noticed about my culture is that like when something bad happens, there's just this gratitude towards God and like, and it's like, what? You just went through a tragedy.
Yeah.
Like, how do you how are you thinking? Thank God for, but it's perspective, and it's like, you know,
All about perspective.
It's definitely about your perspective and how you look at things. And I always say joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. Like when you go through trials and tribulations, you learn things from those trials and tribulations that make you appreciate the small moments. Like us being here to talk to you, like we went through a lot of trials and tribulations that we didn't understand at the point. But it's like over time you start to appreciate it. Like, you know how we talked about enjoying the journey. Like you got to go through those bumps and those hurdles to be appreciative. And God definitely, I think I always say God, like everything happens for a reason. Like certain things that you go through, they teach you certain things, right? So
how's your guys' mental health? Each person, let's go.
Oh man.
yeah, we got to make it short and sweet though.
All right, my mental health is good right now.
It fluctuates based on situation.
Yeah.
Definitely situational. But it's kind of getting away from that now because
Does the podcast impact your mental health?
It's like therapy for
Yeah,
me.
it's-
so-
it's like
When things aren't going well on the podcast, does it fuck with it?
no,
Good.
because
just being able to
try
come here and
try to work
talk
through it.
with everyone and like
It's an outlet.
yeah, it's nice to just be able to speak with you guys regularly.
And as men, it's not easy to be vulnerable with each other.
Not at
No.
all. Like even just talking about certain things, it's like, should I even say that? Should I? Fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
just go. Let's be honest and get
Having
get
the
through it.
podcast is making us like push out our characters even more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the beginning when we first started, like, we were more reserved. Now our characters are fully out. We can really speak and be ourselves. And like, you know, when we have guests like yourself, like, you know, sometimes it could be a little bit weird, but then as it goes on, we start to like get that relationship with the guests.
Yeah.
We start to get a different perspective. And it's like, yo, at the end of the day, it's just like a nice feeling once we're done. Sometimes we don't even want to leave.
Yeah, for real. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
It's also a good dopamine hit to know that like we actually hit the start button on our goals.
Yeah.
Like, instead of talking about it the whole time, we actually said, "Yo, we're gonna do it."
Yeah, now
Working
I
towards
think
it.
about it, like even starting this and being consistent with it has like it's showing me how to be consistent in other aspects of my life. Like going to the gym and stuff. I'm like, if I could get up every day, go to the podcast, I should be able to get up and go to the gym and do this and do that. So it's actually like, it's very
You know what's
helpful.
crazy? It's like the oxymoron of life. It's like
Mhm.
the happiness and the joy you get out of life is in the discipline.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that you struggle with because it's
And
like
you
you don't want
hate
to
it.
do it. You don't want to
Yeah.
go to the gym. Sometimes you don't feel like recording.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, sometimes I go on vacation and like, you know, I'm just like, I'm not happy. I'd rather be hooping. I'd rather be fucking just like, I'd rather be in my grind. I'd rather be like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like, the happiness is in the discipline.
Trust me. But as much as I want to continue this conversation, our time is up.
Another time.
This is the part that I hate the most, but it has to happen. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, this has been a great episode.
Stay
with
hungry.
You know, stay
Stay
hungry.
passionate. Stay up.
Yo, maybe it gets better though.
Oh yeah, wait.
No more questions, broski. No more questions.
Was there anything he wants to let?
No, but we'll get. I'm still doing my little. But yeah, tell the people where to find you. Tell them if they can find, like, you know, what you guys got coming up and stuff.
Yeah, at Bigger Dreams podcast.
You guys have any big interviews coming up?
Yeah. Off the rip 2025. I told you guys off camera. I'm not telling nobody.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna start rolling back at the top of 2025, and we'll see you guys there for the rest of season 2.
Okay. That has been our episode. And peace.